Take a look at all of this data showing Donald Trump's recent stock trades. Trump spent the first part of 2020.
Stock trades. Let me see if you think this is stealing. I know everyone said it wasn't it wasn't stealing, right? Tell me if you think this is stealing. Just let me know.
26, making thousands of stock trades in all kinds of companies, over 3,600 trades total. Our team and other journalists dug into the data, and we noticed that a lot of these trades.
Biden opened our borders. You'd have to be an imbecile to believe that. Did you cross the border I crossed the border during the Biden years, and let me tell you, not open. Not open. What do you think that means, dumb shit? What do you think open borders means? Dumb shit. You just repeat everything Donald Trump says. Oh, you opened the borders. I don't know what you think that means, but the borders were not open. The borders haven't been open since like the 1890s or something. The borders aren't open, dumb-dums. Listen, dumb. The borders were never open. They should be, but they aren't. They never have been, not in our lifetimes. So shut the fuck up.
Looked very suspiciously timed around presidential visits.
10 million illegals! Holy gee whiz. What does that mean? What do you think that means, Pacific Ocean? What do you think that means? What do you think 10 million illegals means? Who are these 10 million illegals? What do you think that means? 10 million illegals came across an open border? You mean they just opened the gates? So there were no border crosses. So why do we even have a CBP and an INS, not an INS anymore, ICE? Why do we even have them? If he opened the borders, why do we even have them? If he opened the borders, I thought he must have dismantled Homeland Security, right? DHS must be dismantled if he opened the borders, right? What does that mean, open borders? So there's no Department of Homeland Security? Then what is Mark Wayne Mullen doing? Who are all these ICE agents that we keep on complaining about? What do you mean he opened the border? How do all these positions still exist if he opened the border? How much sense does that make?
Announcements and public statements that would boost the stock price of companies that Trump was investing in. So we put together a short list to show you the most egregious examples of quid pro quo corruption, because apparently the mainstream media doesn't plan on letting you know anything about this. Let's start with Boeing. In February and March of this year, Trump buys over $1 million in Boeing stock. But just a few months later, here he is on a trip to China, negotiating a deal with Xi Jinping to buy 200 Boeing jets, which he proudly announces.
Made a lot of great trade deals, including over 200 planes from Boeing.
Get used to that pattern. Here's another one. At the end of March, Trump calls him to follow.
So he bought Boeing, and then he announced that we bought a bunch of planes from Boeing.
Fox News to give an interview. In the call, he heaps praise on a specific company on air called Micron.
Is insider trading stealing? Would you consider that stealing? Yeah, just parroting. It's so funny. 10 million illegals. What are you talking about? What do you mean 10 million illegals? 10 million asylum seekers, maybe, is what you mean? 10 million illegals? What do you mean 10 million illegals?
I just left the head of Micron. It's one of the hottest companies.
He had just visited them recently, and he wanted everyone to know they were one of the hottest companies. A few weeks earlier, he buys somewhere between $217,000 and nearly $500,000 in Micron stock. And it's not just limited to companies.
Man, I wish I were president. I could just it's not a pump and dump scam if you're president. If in your president, it ain't no pump and dump scam. So I could go buy Micron stock or stock in anything and then get on TV and be like, it's the hottest company right now. You gotta buy. It's the hottest. And then all of a sudden, all these morons buy Micron and then he sells. Brilliant. Buy Melania coin. It's the best. It's the best coin. It's going to the moon. Oh my God, it's going to the moon. For Pride Month, it's going to the moon. We're going to the moon for Pride Month. Wait till you see the video about how gay Donald Trump is. You're going to love it.
That he thinks are hot. Trump invests in companies he gives business to directly. In the beginning of the year, Trump buys over $300,000 in Robinhood stock. In April, he announces that Robinhood will be the official company of Trump's savings accounts. Palantir has had a massive year under the Trump administration.
Everyone loves Palantir. That guy Peter Thiel's the best, right? I watched a movie last night called 2073. Have you seen it? It's a little annoying, but it's very, very good. You should watch it. Watch it. I think you should watch. It's the hottest movie right now. 2073. 2073 is the hottest movie you'll see this summer. It's hot. You should see it. It's totally hot. You should see 2073. It's like a sci-fi movie told with all actual footage, which is fun. It's like a documentary, except with the sci-fi narrative. It's very cool. It's not a mockumentary, like it's an actual documentary about actual stuff, but there's this sci-fi component, which is really neat, that you like fast forward to see what the documentary, what they think will happen because of what's happening, what they're documenting. So they're making a documentary and they keep fast forwarding to what's happening in the future because of what's happening here. It's a cool way to tell the story. I'm annoyed because they don't offer any solutions other than let's do something. Please, let's do something. Can we please do something? He's a traitor. Yes, Donald Trump is a traitor, obviously.
Getting millions in government contracts, working with agencies like ICE to collect data and spy on Americans. And Trump was sure to get in on the gold rush, buying up to $680,000 of Palantir stock in the first 3 months of 2026. In April, he posts on Truth Social saying, Palantir Technologies has proven to have great warfighting capabilities and equipment. Just ask our enemies. Once you see
I bought Palantir stock and then I tweeted,
ask our enemies how they feel about Palantir. They know they're the best. They're the best one.
the pattern, you really can't stop seeing it. In March, he makes a visit to a manufacturing plant in Ohio, owned by a company called Thermo Fisher Scientific, a medical supply company. Why is he there touring this random factory? Well, a month earlier, he bought Thermo Fisher stock, up
Holy
to $215,000 of it. Now, Trump and his team claim that he has no influence or decision-making power in his portfolio, but unless his assets were in a true certified blind trust, we can never know if that's true.
we know that's not true because it's not in a blind trust. Anyone who would want any kind of relative claim that that is true would put it in a blind trust, but it's not in a blind trust. So he knows. The only assumption is that he knows everything about what's going on in his trading portfolio, or the people who do know are telling him to go to these factories. Those are the options. Either he is a puppet of his hedge fund managers, his portfolio managers, or he knows everything that's going on in his portfolio. I think it's probably a mixture of both, but the point is it's not in a blind trust, and the only assumption is collusion, corruption, insider trading. This is fucking a fleece. This is a con job from the biggest con man the world has ever known. Next to maybe Vladimir Putin. But he loves Vladimir Putin because Vladimir Putin's also a con man. Like this guy, like Vladimir Putin must really respect Donald Trump, right? Because Donald Trump never even was in the KGB. He never worked for it. At least Vladimir Putin actually, like, he bled for the country before he stole the country.
So the next time you hear the president say the name of a company in a speech or an interview, you should probably ask yourself if he's just doing it to boost his own portfolio.
He is.